Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is the new Rush Core stack with a soft mounted gyro. The 6000 gyro, which we know is rock steady, and this is an F722 board. Now, I believe I was the first one to get this stack, but I've been sitting on it for several weeks trying to get to this review. Sorry about that, Tony and Elliot. I'm on it. Because there's a couple caveats on here that I was a little confused about, and I've been a wee bit busy, but here we go. So we have your flight controller, we have your 30 amp ESC, which is BL Heli 32 and up to 5S. So if you run a 6S rig, this isn't going to work for you. And then it comes with your Rush Tank VTX, which I believe is a very, well, I don't believe, I know it's a very solid VTX. I've been using these for a while, beat the crap out of them. I get awesome reception with them. They're fantastic. Now this is a pinned plug and play style board, which I know that's going to be a turnoff for some of you, but I will say that, let's stack it up here. It is a soft mounted gyro, which means here's the mounting hardware that it comes with, and it's hard mounted in between the boards. So that means that there's no wiggle room in between the boards to break the pins. Now that can still be hit and miss, and that may be a turnoff for some of you, but that is the way they chose to design this. So there that is. And then your Rush Tank stacks right on top of that, all pre-soldered, ready to go. Smart audio is hooked up to UART 5, I believe, and ESC telemetry is already on UART 3. I'll put the diagram, the wiring diagram, at the end of the video, and the super tech and spec sheet, so you guys can pause the video there, screenshot it, look at it. Guys and gals, whatever you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a fuck. So there we go. So it comes with your mounting hardware here. It comes with a plethora of connecting wires that I'm going to show you what's up with that. It comes with a capacitor, and for some reason an XT30. I don't know, maybe they want you to put this in a 3-inch. I'm going to be putting it on a 5-inch. I don't know. So anyway, if we look around this board, we can see, sorry, let me get in the camera. We can see that there are Pico connectors all the way around here. So you choose, one is for your crossfire, one is for LEDs, and one is for your camera. And it comes with a couple separate lengths of camera wire, and it also has cam control, and it gives you the length of cam control wire to match the camera plug-in. So your camera is just plug and play right in there. Boom, you plug it in, plug your camera in, you're good to go. No soldering. Same thing with your crossfire. This plugs in here. You wire up your crossfire and you're good to go. Boom. The other thing that's pretty cool I'm pretty sure this is, I mean, for me, this is absolutely centered around race builds. And I'll tell you why in a second. And it has a LED port also, so you can just plug your LEDs right in there. If you have, these are the Maytech plug and play LEDs, so you can just daisy chain those in. I think Rush has some too, but I happen to have these Maytechs that will plug right in there, and I don't have to solder wires and run them back and forth. I can just, because we all know LEDs are a pain in the butt on a race build. So all that being said, like I said, you guys can check the text and specs on the sheets at the end of the video. The few problems that I have with this board, and the reason I say it will be for a racer only is because when you plug in your crossfire, You can only choose RX or TX on UART2. There is no, all these are selectable. Your voltage for your receiver is selectable, which it says 3.3 and 5 volt for the crossfire. I'm not sure how Spectrum works, so I'm not sure if they need both RX and TX, but there is no other pad for UART2. It's one or the other, only RX or TX. So if I need the board to talk back to the receiver, I can't. I don't even know why they would make that selectable without having another pad, because obviously you don't want the board to talk back to the receiver. You would only want the receiver to talk to the board, I would venture to say, right? There's no other way to do it, but anyway, that's the way they did it. The other thing they have, you can select your VTX power to be 5 volt if you want to use a different VTX, or VBAT, which is what the tank runs, and on here they have 5 volt selected, so I'm gonna have to bridge those solder pads. These are all bridgeable solder pads, 1, 2, 3, that you'll see in the diagram at the end. So I am going to have to switch that to VBAT, and I'm not sure why I would. I mean, if I wanted to put another VTX on here, I would have to solder some wires to the bottom of these pins here, because they already have the socket for the VTX to plug into. So that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me either, but it is what it is. But I will be using it as is and putting it on a race build. And the last thing that, you know, this is an F7 board, which means you can have like 6 UARTs. You know, maybe I think it's 6, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. The rest of the UARTs are not accessible. They are on this expansion socket here. I don't know if they plan on coming up with something in the future. I think it should have been like a Pico plug or something, so you could utilize the UARTs if you wanted to, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't have anything laying around that will plug into that. If I wanted to use these, I'm probably going to desolder this and just solder. I know I'm good enough to solder the wires to those little headers right there. So that's like TX1, TX4. There's like a LED on there. You guys will see it in the diagram at the end. That was a little weird to me that they did that way. So these are not like accessible UARTs. I mean, isn't that the idea, having the processing power of an F7? I don't think, I wouldn't have done things that way, but they did, and maybe they have a reason behind it that I don't know about. So anyway, there it is. There is the F722 Rush Core. And I'm going to say, I've been using the Rush batteries and a lot of the Rush products, the Rush Cherry antennas, the Rush VTXs for several years, and they have been nothing but quality. So I'm sure that this board is also of very high quality, and I don't foresee any reason why it won't fly fantastically. I know these pins are going to be a turnoff for some people, but it was a little weird to me on how they did the UARTs and the receiver only able to have a RX or TX going in. I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't. Who knows? I don't know it all. Hell, I don't know shit. But anyway, I'm going to slap this, like I said, on my practice racer and beat the crap out of it and see how it holds up and see if those little pin headers hold up in there. And that's that. Pretty neat little stack, though, I must say. It's freaking tiny. It is freaking tiny. And it's 5S, which is what I run on my racer. What is it, like 18 millimeters high? So there we go. There is the new Rush. They're calling it the Rush Core. IMU Steady Rush Core Stack.